I have done so.
I haven't. Whoops.
You would tell us to do things you yourself would not do.
Alright, Gavin.
Right.
We have a theme this stream. And that theme is positivity.
Well, you're not gonna get any of that from me this time.
Yeah, see, because I had this planned in advance, and then while I was, doing nothing essentially, Gavin went ahead and played Splatoon 2's normal mode, going by the tweets, and then going by the tweets, it did not go well. So,
See, here's the thing. Technically, it did in that my own performance. It's pretty good. Like 13 kills, 900p with a Clash Blaster on a sizable map. Oh, actually, it was Shellendorf, which is actually kind of short. I'm fine with it. But I'm doing fine myself. And I'm still losing.
wait.
I'm still losing because I'm getting the absolute dumbest cunts, or like the worst fucking possible players all the time. We're talking like a level 42 Aerosprayer who got 383 points on like more towers. And there's like constant disconnects and shit like that. And I'm just like, if I play using the weapons I want, like the way I want to play with the weapons I want to use, I will lose because matchmaking will always just put the dumbest pieces of shit on my side. I will always fucking get them, they will always come to me and I can't, like... And it's like, nothing I do myself will make up for like one person being a complete dipshit or like one person disconnecting or whatever. And then I made the quip, even an aerospray would not change this. And I went, you know what, I'll fucking prove it. I'll use an aerospray, and I will prove that like no matter what happens, I will be failed by matchmaking and the fact that this intensely team-based game can just be screwed. Because you can't play with, a set team of people who are good or anything. And then I used an aerospray, and then I destroyed. I got fucking on Shellendorf again, a small map. I got 1373 and 8 kills, and I pulled off my like hyper 3 times. This wasn't even trying. I was just standing around shooting. I didn't actively hunt people. I just slung that whenever I felt was appropriate. Just walked after people shooting this thing. Like the next highest score on my team was like 760 points. And I'm mad. I'm mad that the choice is either you do despite your best efforts and what you want to do you suffer because fuck you, like everyone you'll be teamed with is terrible, or you be the bastard, you be those bastards with their aerosprays, and then you win without even trying.
Well, yeah, because the name of the game is inking, and that thing inks.
Yeah, and I hate it.
Well, Gavin...
Because like it's even with the weapons I use that are inking weapons like the brush, it's like I don't do this good even with like my fucking 1000 point scores and all that. This thing I casually try with and I just eat people alive and cover the entire map almost by myself. Barely contested. And it's just... It's like if I want to win or get anywhere with any speed, you have to like, partake of the union of the snake and be the cunt with the aerospray. And even that, even like, people now don't even seem to be that good with it, because someone else on my team had the gold aerospray and they were like fucking half my score. I don't know what they were doing.
It's all about that.
Say nothing of... I mean, like, I didn't use my bombs, like, and I only used like, the hyper 3 times. And it wasn't like, oh, here's a big swathe of enemy things, I'll throw them here. I was like, okay, I got it, I need ammo to refill on the spot, let's do it. And... Again, there was like that fucking level 40 piece of shit with his 300 point score on more towers of an aerospray. And then, the other person with an aerospray was like half my score. I was like...
Well,
the only way to like get anywhere is to use the aerospray. It's like, do I want to? Do I want to be that guy?
well, Gavin.
I might be that guy.
Normally,
Just fuck it.
I would be cynical with you. But that's not the theme of the stream. The theme of the stream is positivity.
Alright, well, what do you have to be positive about?
Well, last time I made a quip about I'm gonna be the Grinch for a second, and then you said, You're the Grinch about everything. And it got me thinking.
And I'm not wrong.
It got me thinking. Maybe I am. So you know what? I wanted to just highlight all the things that I hate and make me angry and be like, you know what? Maybe they aren't so bad. You know?
So this isn't genuine positivity.
What are you
not
talking?
positivity.
No.
You just said you're gonna like talk positively with things you actually hate.
Yeah, I know. No, see, because it's about. Oh.
It's not genuine positivity. It's about
No.
being a joking.
It's about being positive about them. You know. You know, like everyone deserves a second chance.
Okay.
Rosalina deserves a second chance. Like, see, now normally what you'd be expecting is me being like, yeah, sure, she's relatively new but put in everything and kind of looks like your emo GF and, I mean, really only has that storybook as a personality kind of thing. But, like,
Which
look.
is more than Peach's ever gotten, but
But look. All that is true, but, like, is she bad? You know?
No, she's not.
Look, I don't need your bias. I'm talking myself.
There's no bias.
I'm talking myself through this here, you know? Like, she hasn't done any harm. Oh, God. So it's like, you know, maybe I shouldn't hate on her so much. You know, Daisy, yeah, she's kind of, like, loud and annoying, but, like, she just has a place in the sports games. And then, you know, maybe you should be like, you know, the arrow spray, sure, it has a bad reputation, but it gets the work done.
I mean, that's where I'm at, where it's like, I cannot fault this weapon's performance because I did not have to try and it carried me to like one of the most glorious victories points-wise I've ever had. But the reputation and all that makes you just go like, but that makes me the cunt for using it.
Well, Gavin, that's something you can never fix. Splatoon 2's multiplayer portion of the game is something you can't really be positive about. Which is why we gotta shimmy past it.
So I am thinking, I'm just like, fuck it, whatever. I'm just gonna use it. Cause like, I wanna get higher levels and shit, fuck it, I don't even care anymore. I'll use it.
What about getting better with weapons you like?
I mean, like, as I've been saying, like, it doesn't matter how well I actually do with the weapons I like. Like, again, I got 13 kills on a thing. I just fucking, like, went to war, destroyed shit. And we still lost by a landslide because everyone else, I don't know what the fuck they're doing, but they're not inking, they're not fighting, I don't know what they're doing.
You know what it sounds like you should do?
What?
You should join a clan. And then the black screen with the white text that says Gavin joins a Splatoon 2 clan while the Sunny theme plays.
Gavin England's a Splatoon 2 clan. Knowing that show.
That way you don't have to deal with incompetent people. That's weird. I guess I didn't throw my grenade. I'll take it.
It's like, I want to use my shit. I want to, like, just be Bruckman or Clash Blaster and all that. But it's like, again, like, no matter, like, unless I'm using this, like, I'm, like, blatantly broken piece of shit. Because it is.
Look, Gavin,
look at the sheer disparity between it and everything else.
This doesn't sound like positivity to me.
It's not. It's me, like, begrudgingly trying to justify myself becoming a cunt and using a weapon for dickheads just so I can win in a video game.
In a way, isn't that positivity?
Alright, well, what do you want to be positive about?
I mean, I don't know. What am I usually negative about?
Where do we start?
Oh god, only one was alive there for a sec. Oh, this isn't good. Okay, hold on. Let's be positive a bit later. I gotta get these eggs in. Just snake move, dude!
He's not. Well,
Jeez.
Now the dark Tetris.
kidding.
And apart from ranting about that and the nature of this game's online multiplayer, I don't really have anything to say.
That's it?
I mean, I've ranted my heart out about how shit the player base is in this thing and how, like, I literally have to use a broken piece of shit to make up for my own team. So, yeah. Do you have anything?
Yeah.
Go for
Being
it.
positive. But other than that, oh! Hold on. One piece of news we didn't touch up on, which fits actually right into this whole thing that I have going, is Call of Duty Black Ops 4 has a logo. And that logo is just 4 lines to represent the number 4.
Yeah.
And everyone knows how much I hate Roman numerals.
Which these are not.
Or titles, or at least. And I think the going thing here is that they're tally marks.
Well, at least we hope, but
We'll
we'll find out at Black Ops 5.
Yeah, that's when we're truly gonna see if they make a Black Ops 5, which I mean they probably
No,
will.
they will.
But
They will.
I don't know.
Like 3 years time.
I don't know much about Call of Duty Black Ops, but I've been hearing people say, is there much to tell after this? Like,
No.
is there much to tell
There hasn't.
before this?
No. Like there hasn't been much to tell for, honest to God, a decade now.
Well, Gavin, I think you're just biased against Call of Duty.
There's no bias. I've played the fucking things.
But apparently, it's like there are tally marks like in the game itself. I forget what the thing was, but like it actually kind of makes sense for it to be tally marks.
I don't think it actually does, but we'll see.
I don't think what were the tally marks for in the game? Like rank or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, right. It's prestige rank, is it?
Maybe.
Even then, I thought that was Roman numerals last I saw.
But yeah, there's that, and then I saw some people say that the logo itself is kind of shaped like a rectangle, which is very representative of loot boxes or whatever Call of Duty has. So
It's loot boxes.
maybe it's subliminal messaging, actually. The tallies, the shape of the logo.
No, there's nothing subliminal about how they want people to buy these things. They just over. They in the last Call of Duty, they literally just had everyone, like a mode where everyone else could just watch your loot box descend and watch you open it in game.
People love that shit.
Yeah, and they're like, well, let's just put this directly in the game and like make people just buy it over and over again, because you know, like any sort of integrity or like actually wanting to make your games is just dead. So.
Did I kill that moss?
So what? Hang on. What did you want to be positive about here?
Just anything I've been negative about.
No, I mean in the Call of Duty specifically.
Oh. I mean, Roman numerals. That one's a toughie.
Which these are not.
That one's a toughie because, see, that wasn't in my original kind of listing. Like, I even had Klug and Felly from Puyo Puyo on that list of things to look on the bright side of. With Roman numerals, I'm kind of struggling here. Because the only positive thing I can think about it is, it has that old-timey kind of feel to it, that regal, royal feeling. Instead of, you know, you put the number 4 down and it makes you think of preschool. Because only preschoolers write English numerals, as we know. Sophisticated, smart people with 200 IQ write V instead of
So this was never meant to be a
5.
positivity
Look,
thing after
no,
all.
no,
That's
no.
weird.
It was meant to be a negative thing, but it was overwritten by the Nintendo Direct last time. But even then, I think, okay, how about this? How about we spin this a different way? I think I like the idea of tally marks more than Roman numerals. How about that?
Okay.
At least until 5. I don't really know about 5 with the whole slash through it. That part always confused me, especially as a kid. I'm like, why not just keep
Forms a git.
why not just keep going? But
Well, it's 'cause it's mainly for like sectioning, so you know, like if you see like the line that you know that's always a group of 5, and then you just count up in 5s.
I suppose so, but wouldn't the space just accomplish the same thing?
Yeah, but the thing is, when you have like this loads and loads of lions, it's just kind of like oh, after a while. Whereas if you need to count loads of things, counting them 5 is a lot easier than counting them once.
I'll say. So yeah, people are like, what the fuck are they doing? I'm like, you know what? I still like this better than the Roman numerals. I like it better than 1V or IV, I should say.
Okay.
So that's my positive swing on it.
Positive sling is proving something else.
Yeah, look, I can't do much. I can't do much in the name of Roman numerals. Okay, I hate those things. But we aren't from the Roman times. The year's 2018. When did Roman numerals stop becoming the main numeral? In Roman times? Those stupid idiots in Rome died because they drank from lead pipes, among many other things. And we're gonna use their numerals? No.
And the ancient Greeks believed like fucking, like the world was made up of 5 different elements, like fire, water, earth, air, and ether. And we still use their mathematical like principles today. So hey.
Well, that's their irreplaceable mathematical principles. At least for now, they're irreplaceable. We have already replaced.
Like, God knows what like stupid beliefs the Chinese and like Arabian people had, but we still use like a lot of their mathematical principles and their inventions and shit today.
Look, this is a logical extreme, okay? We've already replaced...
We still use paper money, even though like the Chinese like used to believe you could make medicine out of tiger bones.
Yeah, because paper money is a good idea, and making medicine out of tiger bones is not. It's not an all or nothing.
And what I'm saying
thing.
is, if we're going to go like, oh, like these people can't be stupid, every one of them can, but we still use their ideas, don't we?
Yeah, but I'm just saying we already replaced it with a much better system. We can count, we can count up to trillion using not that many numerals. How many fucking C's and I's and V's are you gonna need in Roman numerals to show a trillion?
Probably the same amount of zeros.
Or a Googleplex. They have what are those things called? To the nth power. What are those things called? I forget.
I don't know. I didn't know what I did it.
The tiny letters at the top.
Oh, I know what you're on about, but I don't know what they're called.
Yeah, we came up with that. What'd the Romans come up with? Nothing.
A lot of the bases of modern societies, you know what?
Relating to numbers and numerals. Nothing.
I'm pretty sure Roman numeral is one of the earliest like functional numeral systems used for like mathematics and shit.
We can appreciate the historical the historical presence and importance of Roman numerals. And then but we could still leave them in the past.
I mean, the things we have, like we don't use them for actually counting. People are using this in the aesthetic thing.
That's counting.
That's in the aesthetic thing, not as like we don't use it in everyday society for like, like actually like doing number shit or like doing business or anything.
Unless you're a game developer.
No, that's for the aesthetics.
In house, do you think that they use the Roman numerals?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Wow, I can't be a game developer now. There goes my dream job, except not really, because I don't have a dream job. Feels bad, man.
I have a dream job, and at this point, it's like, well, you're just gonna have to fucking wing it and hope you get it.
I can't even think of a joke for this, never mind. Alright, other than something that can't be fixed like Roman numerals, what else? What else have I been negative about? This is the...
Again, I don't know where to start.
You just start anywhere.
Like down there, everything I bring out, it's like, well, that's shit, isn't it?
No, hold on, no, I'm gonna try. Normally, I don't try. But this time I'm gonna try.
I don't have anything.
Well, how am I the Grinch about everything?
Cause like, let's go back over any stream, see when I bring up the topic, you're like, well, I don't want to talk about it. It's like, okay.
Like what?
You know? It's like, hey, I want to talk about hard game performance and what that means for the surrounding industry and culture. And you're like, no, that's fucking stupid. It's like, okay. About game sales and what that means, and hey, isn't that a good thing? And all, because like, no, this is fucking stupid, and I hate it. It's like, okay, fine.
I don't think that's
Yeah,
necessarily me hating it. I just think that's me not wanting to talk about it.
You explicitly said you've hated it.
Like,
let's not get into like Dark Souls either.
I was about to say, an example of that is Dark Souls. I don't think Dark Souls is a bad game. I just don't want...
but you go nuts whenever I try to speak about it.
Exactly. Those are two different things. I'm talking about things that I hate at their core. Or dislike.
Well, I don't know. Because like, your negativity extends beyond just things you dislike.
This is not true.
This is true. If you just talk about how, like, oh, I don't actually dislike Dark Souls, but I hate it being spoken about, your negativity extends into things beyond, like, actual bits of media or talking points or whatever. I don't know, like, find something to talk about.
Alright, hold on. Okay, we're shutting down... we're shutting down this positivity stream because this topic isn't working. I thought it had a better base, but I actually didn't write up a list, so like that's kind of a problem on my part, I guess. I figured Gavin would jump right on this opportunity, but he has not. So instead, we're gonna talk about oh god, okay, the only other thing I have on this list is Toys R Us is shutting down. Do you even have Toys R Us over there?
We do, and I, like, they're, like, around, I guess. I never used it, don't really care.
You, as a kid, you never walked into Toys R Us?
No.
Really?
There was never anyone nearby. There was, like in England or in the ass fuck nowhere.
Oh, that's not really, like, you don't really have one then, do you?
There's one in, like, we have, like, a big shopping center in town. There's one there nigh.
And for now. Does it have a sign that says closing soon?
I don't know, I haven't been in town in ages because I haven't had a reason to leave my house for ages because I've been unemployed.
We need to get you money so you can buy more toys.
I agree with this fully.
But I mean, you know, as an adult, Toys R Us shutting down, you're like, oh, no big deal. But like, you have to think about when you were a kid and like, you go into Toys R Us, they have just halls and halls of like all the toys imaginable. It's a magical place.
I mean, for me it wasn't really, like, not even like equivalent stores, like, I guess was like fucking Woolworth, I guess, was like, you know, I don't really like a lot of these, and even if I did, it's like, well, we don't have the money to get any of them, so I don't care.
Welcome to the negativity stream.
Yeah. I'm just in the, like, this bitch about everything right today, because it's not been a great day.
It just makes me sad because as an adult, that we have a like 3-for-3 streak of the most recent Nintendo consoles where I've only ever been able to have a chance of buying them at Toys R Us because Nintendo
At launch.
Yeah, because Nintendo fucking can't just give everyone a lot of what they want. And they're gonna do it again. We all know this. They're gonna do it again, and I'm not gonna have Toys R Us this time. What am I gonna do? Do I steal it? Do I go into someone's house and steal it?
Amazon.
No, they are gonna have that stock, my dude.
Oh, then you're weird.
No! Absolutely not! What the fuck? Actually, I didn't even get the Switch at launch, did I? When did I get the Switch? It was near launch. Wait, I did.
I got mine like a month afterward.
When did I get my Switch? I think it was at launch. But why? Why would I get the Switch at launch? I wasn't playing Breath of the Wild, was I? I mean, I wasn't, but like, was I planning to?
I think you were planning to, and then it just went on the pile.
Maybe. But
It's still on the pile.
it's like, what if they released the new Mario and it doesn't have motion controls? Oh yeah, that's another thing I can't be positive about while we're on a streak of things to be positive about. But I think
We're not on the street.
I think I'm justified about that one, you know? I don't think anyone disagrees with me there.
No, I'm sure someone does. Like, someone's got a name like Sonic Mario 12.
Because I like the motion controls in Mario Kart 8. So like it's not an alibi. What's the word? I have
I don't know what
a
like,
basis
is...
in this argument where it's not that I just hate everything about motion controls, you know?
Yeah.
Because I don't. But yeah, they're gonna release a new Mario game and it's not gonna have the motion control jack. And even if it did, I would still buy it. But I won't have the console. What do I do? Do I ask to come over to your house and get it? And play it, you know? Oh, Gavin has it.
Yeah, if I live nearby, you could.
Look, planes exist for a reason. So that I can play on the Nintendo Switch U without having to buy it, because buying it will be impossible. It's kind of ironic though that like Amazon's the reason this is happening, and meanwhile I'm like I'm pioneering Amazon's whole shebang here. I'm like, fuck yeah, Amazon, #1 fan. But Jeff Bezos is a dick. But like,
yeah.
I can also just buy anything I want and get it in 2 days without moving. You know?
Yeah. I know.
So it's like, yeah, of course there may be bad ethics in here, but
May?
you know, it's just great. Like just today, bought shower hooks, so my brother's stupid fucking Rufo will stop falling into the tub shower every time I take a shower.
Oh, just throw in the toilet and piss on
I
it.
wish that's what I want to do, but I can't. So like,
I wouldn't.
there we go. I'm not even paying for it, so like.
There's a certain point when I'm annoyed with someone where I would just transcend all like social norms and faux pas and just sociopathically destroy what they own.
Like I want to go to like Target to buy that. Where else do I buy it? Target's the only place I know to buy anything.
I don't know any American shops, so.
I'm like, where do I buy suitcases? Like that's a great question. The only suitcase I have is like this small dinky one, so I'm like, I kind of want to buy suitcases. And I looked on Amazon, they sell suitcases. Amazon, like,
Hello, Moldy.
you know the Amazon Basics series? Where Amazon just sells their own brand or whatever, and it's like comfy, like, you know, it's just gonna fucking work. They sell Amazon Basics suitcases. What? That doesn't make any sense. I thought Amazon Basics was for like wires and small tools and shit, not full-blown suitcases.
That's whatever, like, they can just easily make.
How does Amazon get away with it, Moldy? How do they do it?
Well, by saving most of their money off of, like, actual employee comforts or safe work environments. And they don't pay their taxes either, so.
Oh yeah, I read about that. That's great. That's cool. I like that. That's my favorite. But at the same time, are a few pot craters in the road worth being able to buy a full-blown suitcase online? I think so.
Nah. I'd rather they pay their taxes.
Who needs parks and school supplies? Like, I'm not even in school anymore.
We need our National Health Service, and evidently so do you.
We don't have a National Health Service, do we?
Exactly my point.
Well, look, the tax money isn't going to go for that, so or going to go to that anyways. So why
It's
not
gonna go
just
into the
put
Tories'
it in
pockets.
Jeff Bezos' pocket? Exactly.
Just burn down the government, really. Brexit is getting to the point where it's probably on Scott going to end Northern Ireland reuniting, and I hope it does. I hope it does.
What's good?
Just god damn, just take me out.
What's going to happen is Amazon's going to get so rich that Twitch Prime will make it so that you can subscribe to 2 people a month.
There's gonna be like fucking riots and shit. There's gonna be murders. Don't even care. Don't even care. Bring it on. Fucking burn it all down.
Wow, Gavin, you don't care about a human life to that degree.
Not when it's a Tory.
See, you always say this. I'm like, we need like a historian on or whatever. Give me a definition of a Tory that isn't Gavin's definition, because.
Here's a definition of a Tory. Margaret Thatcher.
Here we go.
There you go.
Well, that's a Tory, right?
She is the irritatory. She is like
The
all they ever are, all they will ever be. She is the root of all evil. She is the like the hive mother.
I don't know. We have a hive father, though.
Oh, you have like a clown prince. He's baby shit compared to like the Thatcher. Thatcher directly wanted and oversaw the deaths of people. She actively worked to kill loads of people. She was a
Oh,
monster.
did she succeed? You say was? Isn't she still alive?
She's dead.
She's dead?
She had a heart attack, and up and down the United Kingdom, people downloaded like "Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead" so much that it hit #1 in the iTunes charts. There was honest to God street parties and celebrations that she fucking died.
When was
And
this
that's how
again?
terrible she was. This was like years ago.
Years? Not like, 1 or 2 years?
No, like 4 or 5. I forget how many. But like she fucking like she died. Like people like honest to God, it was like celebrations up and down the country. Like she was that evil and that hated. But she died. It was like literally one of the world's greatest evils perished and left us. And it's like good, good. I hope she fucking choked on it.
Amazon Basics Healthcare.
I can see that happening in America actually.
Honestly,
Like, I honest to God can.
let Amazon do healthcare. They can do it.
Well, they won't for their own money. It's part of your Amazon Prime subscription is healthcare.
You'll get everything with Amazon Prime. You get Amazon Prime, Jeff Bezos will give you your own planet. How old is Jeff Bezos? Do you have any idea?
No idea. Probably was actually secretly immortal like most of these like weird aging white CEO men.
So how's the Queen of England doing? She healthy?
I mean, I don't think so. Can't be much longer now.
Wow, you can't say that.
I can say that I'm Irish. I don't give a shit.
I feel like someone's gonna come for you.
I don't give a shit. Like everyone here says that, unless like like hardcore Protestant, in which case you actually care about that shit. I don't know why you worry if she doesn't care about anyone else.
I think like she's so old that everyone cares about her age.
I mean,
To a degree.
care in the sense that there's gonna be like hilarious amounts of slap fights whenever she finally goes, and then just actual tears as they realize that we're left with the princes.
Yeah, I saw her crown years ago. Not very impressed. I mean, I don't know what I was expecting, but
I don't know what you were expecting either, but
they had like all these guards and shit, and then like those like moving, not hallways, but like those moving walkways that in airports had like 2 moving walkways on either side of the case. And that's how you looked at it. And I'm like, this is kind of weird, but okay.
it's like a load of pomp and circumstance and drain on resources that could go somewhere else that really should be taken away. But
What, the
the
tourists?
English love their like not even just like the tourists, but just everything about the royalty. But you know what the fucking English are like. Cunts is what they're like. That's what I'm saying. They're cunts.
Are you saying a monarchy is a bad form of government?
Well, we're not a monarchy, so.
How are you queen and then it's not a monarchy? That doesn't really make any sense.
Because it's just like an inherited positional thing now, since we've like long since disposed of the monarch's like actual true power in government for over a century now.
What the?
They're just a figurehead. Like, it's a figurehead. It's like a little, like, here's something for the people to get. Oh, this is the queen. She, yes. No, like, she doesn't actually have any real power. She's basically just her and her family just a fucking drain on just money, really.
2 alive.
Now I have the Hydra's battling, so I'm not gonna be around much longer.
I'm on the other side if you're curious.
Oh, I apologize, but I am dead.
Not nice to you being dead, nice to this person getting me up.
There's enough eggs here, we just have to get them in. He's trying, God bless him. He's died.
Oh, I go all the way
We're all
back
dead.
here. Cool. Nice.
I don't know. I don't have anything to talk about really, so
You should go visit Toys R Us before it closes
I don't
and
want to.
bask in the feeling of childlike wonder.
I never really had it because I was poor.
You can have childlike wonder when you're poor,
You can, but not for things like that.
but you aren't poor. Well,
I am. Poor.
I'm telling you, you have your room is a giant treasure chest.
I'm not selling these. For one, I have no one to sell them to.
Where do you sell those things? eBay?
That's the thing. I don't
I don't
fucking know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
And even then, I'm not going to.
Greetings. You missed the 10 minutes of positivity.
It wasn't even that.
I had the Yoshi rainbow gif and everything.
And then you didn't have anything to
It's
be
over.
positive about.
Look, I figured that you having such a loaded statement, you know, came with all the baggage.
See, this is the problem though, because like, it is literally everything.
It's not everything.
It's there's barely like a thing goes by where you don't call it dumb or stupid or bad or go like I don't care or whatever.
What about Super Mario Sunshine?
You call its fucking intro dumb all the time.
It's a good dumb. Except for when you can't skip it.
See, this is the thing. I don't really believe there is such a thing as a good dumb. People just say that to appear above the things they feel they shouldn't like.
What about the dude
It's like
from
just fucking enjoy the goddamn things you watch, you dumb pieces of shit. You don't have to go like, oh, this is actually stupid. I know. It's like no one gives a fuck, and if anyone does, they're a piece of shit.
I was gonna say, what about the dude from Mice and Men? But that gave me a better idea. What about YouTube poops? Now that's a good dumb. Right
Are
there.
those related?
No, they aren't related. I'm just saying. Well, they're related by the definition of good dumb.
Also, he wasn't the good dumb because he killed someone.
He killed a rabbit, didn't he?
No, he kills a woman.
Kills a woman?
Did you never read that fucking story?
Did I read it? You know,
Did you?
You know those books? You know those books that are assigned in school, and you don't really know.
Yeah,
if
we
you-
had Mice and Men assigned school, and I remember that's how I know it, and I remember it dearly because like I had to fucking write essays on this fucking
It's
thing.
like you don't really know if you use Spark Notes or if you actually read it half the time.
I read all of it.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, for one of my like 7th year books, like Albert Camus' like The Stranger. I fucking went and got one of his philosophical essays that like quote in my essays. Fucking A-starred that piece of shit module.
A star?
Yeah, it was like that's our like above. We have like, you know, like A to D and then A stars. Like you are the exemplar among the A's.
So A plus.
Basically,
Okay.
but A star. And that was like it's not like oh so we should call it star it's fancy, like that's an actual recognized grade.
I mean, it's better than
For, like, universities and all that. No,
A, bitch. I don't know.
What?
Both that and A plus are fine.
Yeah. And then it's like, you know, should have done English at university. We'll see if my opinion on this changes tomorrow when I find out if I have a job or if I've just been told to fuck off again.
Isn't it usually the latter?
What?
How this ends?
Yeah, if it is, then you know, like, well, that's a lot of my plans just in the goddamn toilet forever. So,
Forever?
well, not forever, but like just for fucking ages. Among other things, like, well, you know, that idea of returning to university and doing an English degree instead is getting like more and more attractive by the day.
School's gross though.
Like, university honestly was pretty chill. And even if it's like a lot of reading and writing, that's not hard to me. That's a lot easier than like having like programs and fucking thing you don't quite understand.
Or you need your friends to help you all the time.
You need friends to help you and like it involves lots of maths. I can't do that shit. Why did I ever pick this goddamn
God damn it. Oh man. You gotta stop chasing me, dude. Oh no.
we're not getting this time.
I can't.
We can't reach.
I can't even. Like, I was out of ink for an entire minute there. Just very.
Just remember you can like pump one of your supers to immediately refill the thing.
It was Stingray, unfortunately.
Wow.
And as we know from Gavin's stream yesterday, can't put that away.
Yeah.
I think that happened like twice, but
it did. Oh, this is like I wish this ended just that way.
Oh, you know what we could talk about?
What?
We could talk about. Do I want to? So.
Do you want to? I don't know what you're on about, but
the Splatfest. I mean,
it's the same thing. It's the same story it always is. That's how more votes lost because more players here are shit.
I guess.
I think it's literally the same story every time.
But as I was watching you stream it and not play it myself, because playing video games is bad, as we all know, from the United States government.
This isn't the video. This isn't the video game. This is a job. It's a video game.
Do you watch that video that the United States government put out about violence?
No, I couldn't be ours because I knew exactly it was just going to be the most like garden variety apartment basement bullshit.
I heard it was just all cutscenes, which isn't any different than movies. Which is my favorite.
I mean,
part.
that's literally like all it ever is, because like the people who make this are actually like functionally like stupid. They're just deficient. It's terrible.
Yeah, while I was watching you, I came up with some ideas of my own about what
ideas are there?
With the Splatfest, and I pretty much just tweeted them out. But you know,
I don't think I saw them. They probably got buried in the rush as soon as I was. If you would like to elaborate, I mean.
Wow. He doesn't like all my tweets. So, some friend you are. But yeah, basically, I'm like, how about, what if instead of a dinky t-shirt, they gave each team a full-fledged themed costume? Or at least a themed, like, hat.
Accessory or something.
Or one thing. Really, what made me think of this was, Team Chicken would have, you know, giant chicken costumes. Everyone on Team Chicken would wear chicken costumes. And I'm like, well, I mean, that idea alone is perfect. But then it would be like, Team Egg would be like, you know, Junior Troopa in Paper Mario, just have like the eggshell hat and then the like egg bottom pants or something. And then I don't know, like, what other Splatfests? Like, Money would have the money shades. It's like, Love would have, I don't know, heart shades? I don't know, but I think it's a better idea than a stupid t-shirt, even if it's more work.
Yeah,
that's why it's never gonna
be.
happen, but like...
It's never gonna happen, but that would be a good idea.
It'd be hilarious. Also, I'm mixed on the... I was about to say shitty station because I'm so used to it. Shifty station gimmick this time around. Because it's like, basically what it is reminded me of like a competitive TF2 mode that could have been, not competitive, but a TF2 mode that could have been, or like parts of the map, like basically a giant box or cylinder comes down from the ceiling after a certain amount of time and you can't access that part of the stage anymore. Yeah. And as we know in Splatoon, the whole point of the game is inking as much of the map as possible.
Yeah.
So it would be like, oh, you know, make sure you ink as much in this area as possible before it comes down. But the problem with how they handled it here is it just drops the thing and then anyone who's inside can still keep doing their thing instead of like dying or being jumped out. And it's like, I guess I can understand like the team, like if, you know, let's say one person from each team is left in there, then it's like a fucking death match and winner takes all, I guess. But that's not how it went a lot of the time. It's just like one dipshit.
Well, I mean, that's more of a thing about like player ability more than anything.
Yeah, but usually how it went is like one person from one team, or like 3 people from one team were in there because they were stopping and it was like the middle part, and they could just fill in all the ink. It's like, I think it would be better if they were just killed off immediately, and then like it was.
See, the thing is, like focusing on it doesn't like give you too much of an advantage because you're only focused on keeping your zones. You will lose at the outside and still lose, which happened to me at least once.
Yeah, it's like there's that factor, but I don't think it is as cool as my interpretation of it.
No, I think I prefer it as it is.
Like, it still works this time around.
Big like risk reward thing I quite like.
Also, when Gavin was locked in, he didn't even ink 100% of the interior.
I had a Clash Blaster. What the fuck was I supposed to do?
You're supposed to ink 100% of the thing in there. Jeez.
And it would take so long that they would just claim the entire outside. Because as we've established, I can't rely on any sort of like random teammate. Yeah, like the Shifty Station this time was like, this is actually like fucking gigantic map, and there's Station 1, which is like a square shaped box on each side of like each like team side of the map, and Station 1, like about a minute into the game, that like the box hovering over it, like a cage I guess, would descend, and you know, like if anyone's inside, they get stuck inside. Like a little launch pad appears. You can jump out, and the launch pad appears to let you out eventually. But like you get stuck inside, and no one else can get in for the rest of the match, and you can like ink all that as you like, and that's just permanently yours. And then in the last minute, Station 2, which is this big circular spot in the middle of the map, that will also start locking down. So it's like if you get inside, you can ink all that, and that's just permanently yours. The idea is like, you know, like proper team play or proper control of the map, or like really good control of the map, or really strong push, or like whatever. You can use tactics to get in and like guarantee yourself sections of the map, like for your team, and give yourselves a huge distinct advantage. Although it is balanced so that if like you overly focus on the map, like the other team can still win, even if you have like one half of Station 1 and you know all Station 2.
If you overly focus on the map.
Be overly focus like on the lockdown parts. So it was pretty good, I thought. Very inventive, I liked it.
Even with the closed down spaces, I still think that it didn't escape the problem that all shitty stations have, which is like, there's just this giant piece of land that is too big for its own good. I'm just like, can we...
What do you mean by that?
It's like, I can't really explain it without people knowing. Nice, by the way. But,
yeah.
It's like, on each side of the circular middle part, there was just this giant rectangle, like between each spawn, just in the middle. I'm like, it doesn't need to be this big. Like,
I actually really liked the size of the map. I was like, I fucking loved how big that map was. I was like, oh man, this is fucking rad.
Yeah, the bigger maps are always better than that piece of shit one that we did with Nobel and David. Fuck that. That was like the worst possible time to play the not Splatfest. It was Splatfest, yeah.
It was Splatfest.
Worst possible time to play the Splatfest, because that stage was shit.
And now you will never play them again.
Yeah, that's what they get for making a bad stage. Like they usually do. And you know what? Those are made by the Octarians, right? Or Marina? She's one of them. Yeah. So, like, can we really trust the Octoling expansion to have good level design?
Yeah.
Outside of its main gimmick, which I don't even know what half of the gimmicks were for some of these Shifty Station levels. Other than being terribly small. Being stupidly big for no reason. Stop that. I like these creative ideas. That's not even something that was in the single player at all. That could have been like...
I mean, it wouldn't really have a place in the single player.
Yeah, I know, but like, well, I mean, they could have had the the Octarian fights have something, I don't know, but like, it's like, that could be a competitive mode if Splat Zones didn't already exist. They could just do that with every map, and that'd be cool. But like, bleh. The Shifty Station. Did we ever get the Shifty Station with the cannons? I don't think we did. Maybe that's coming up. That's a piece of work. The cannons, yeah. Good plan.
I never did play that one because I didn't play that Splatfest.
Oh yeah, this is great.
There's 3 steelheads.
Yeah. Just systematically.
Oh, right.
Oh, I'm surprised you actually got a second one there. Yeah, Team Chicken won for some reason.
Because it's the same story every time. Team with less votes always
When
wins.
you think that like the people who voted Team Chicken would just not be intelligent enough to to know how to play the game, you know? That's the narrative I was rolling with the whole time.
Okay.
Everyone knows that the A came first, so. So this wasn't a contest.
Yeah, in the cutscene where the broadcasting at the start, Burrito begins pointing that like scientists actually disagree with what you were saying and genetic mutations over the years, and just began going into that, and Pearl just kept screaming, she's like, "No, I'm right," like an actual spoiled child and idiot that she is. So there you go.
This whole Splatfest wasn't do you like chickens or eggs more, people.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people play just to have white ink.
Yeah, I mean, and just have their, emo boy, white haired anime squid kids. Which honestly, fair enough, really. Or just, come. But either way. I think I legitimately, I think I tweeted about this too. I legitimately think Nintendo did it. It's because it's a bad topic. It's lame. It's stupid. Like who fucking, it's either like you don't know, it's a real brain scratcher, or like you do know, and you have 200 IQ like me. So it's like, okay, I prefer, do you prefer pickles on your sandwich? Because there's an argument there. But sorry, gherkins. Sorry for getting that wrong. We failed, but that doesn't matter. But I think they just did it so that they could make the stage look like a giant. What's that kind of egg called?
Giant.
Shit.
Fried egg?
I think so. The one where it's like the yolk in the yolk, the yolk in the middle, and then like the floppy white stuff on the outside. Make it just look like a giant fried egg plate, which was good because even though I hate the color yellow, and that's another thing that I can't really be positive about. Because that, colors are like completely subjective. I thought that the yolk looked great. It wasn't yolk; it was just colored ink, but it looked like yolk. So much so that I enjoyed it. And they should do something more like that next time. So in a way, being on Team Chicken was actually the better thing because you never got duplicates, which meant that you always got the good colors.
Alright. Now what?
The Neo Splooshomatic. Wow. Can you guys believe it? Something that I can actually get at level 22. I didn't think they existed. There's nothing else to buy there. Inkling or Octoling. My favorite thing is when people just write, it's not even like a creative or a joke or anything, and then they just put their Twitter handle there anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I find doing that at all to be extremely good.
Inkling ... or Octoling, and then their Twitter. We need styluses. There was one, was it last stream or something? Where they put their Twitter handle in for something that was like nothing. And I'm like, come on now. Yeah, we're only, woo! We're only doing Salmon Run today. So, it's, started kind of late. And it's fine, it's Sunday. Just chill. Why not? But streams are how I chill on Sunday. Well, too bad. Maybe if it was my job, but it's not. My job starts tomorrow. Again, I think. Maybe. Yeah. It's funny because it's like I don't want to do it, but then at the same time I'm like, well, if I didn't have my job, every day would be like Sunday and I'd be bored as shit. So like even if money just came to me, I probably would still do it just because I'd do something for 2 hours. Nah. Funny how that works.
I just want a source of money. But that is harder than you might think.
You ever notice that squid kids in squid form just had ink constantly flowing down them? That is weird.
Yep.
The octowing form looks
weird-
better, so.
A weird pulsing.
Woo! Alright, that's that.